what bread and roses means to me, and by the way, this came out of the suffragette movement, the fight for women's right to vote, is that, in a sense, bread means economic justice. It means all of us are entitled to healthcare, to education, to decent housing, to decent wages. But life is more than that. And the roses aspect is we're entitled to beauty. We're entitled to culture. We're entitled to expanding our mind and education. And we're entitled to a life, not just of drudgery of having to go to work to make a living. And so I think that's what that song is about to me, and a very beautiful one indeed.
I love that from Bernie Sanders, talking about how, yes, we do need to fight for economic dignity, for opportunity, but that life is not just about having a better, like, sort of working condition. Life is about more than that. What the economic side is the prerequisite. That's the bare minimum. That's so that you can live. But life is supposed to be about more than that. And I love that he's invoking that and talking about this concept of bread and roses, which Joan Baez had a song about. There was a poem about. It's originally traced all the way back to 1910. Helen Todd, women's rights activist. I just want to read a couple of the early invocations of this. Helen Todd said, this during, well, they're literally fighting for the right to vote. Not at once, but woman is the mothering element in the world, and her vote will go towards helping forward the time when life's bread, which is home, shelter, and security, and the roses of life, music, education, nature, and books shall be the heritage of every child that is born in the country, in the government of which she has a voice. And it was echoed by many other people in the movement in the subsequent years, including Rose Schneiderman, Women's Trade Union League member in 1912, who said, "What the woman who labors wants is the right to live, not simply exist. The right to life as the rich woman has the right to life, and the sun and music and art. You have nothing that the humblest worker has not a right to have also. The worker must have bread, but she must have roses too. Help, you women of privilege, give her the ballot to fight with." And I love that so much, Brett. What do you think?
I mean, I fundamentally disagree with Bernie's framing with the word decent. I'd use the word fair instead, and that's my thing. You're not entitled to decent housing. You're not entitled to decent healthcare. You're entitled to fair wages, fair healthcare, because decent means if your entire economy tanks and you can't provide that stuff, like who's going to provide it? Fair is the only framework that you can do it. But I do understand and appreciate.
I think he'd be fine with the word fair, I assume.
Yeah. Justice is fairness. I just think that at the end of it, this is a great way to look at the world. And you can find your own roses. You got to be able to find your own roses, and a system cannot deny you bread through corruption. And I think that's my framework for approaching all of this.
Yeah, it's a reminder to me too that like there is a cost to keeping people in destitution here in the US and internationally. Someone once said, "I'm less interested in discussing the weight of Einstein's brain than I am thinking about the certainty that other Einsteins have lived and died unable to learn, unable to teach because they were born in the wrong place." And you can apply that to science, you can apply that to art as well. In lifting up people, we will produce for everyone a better world across all of these areas.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.